Howdy, everybody. We got another Wednesday in front of us. We're here with Dragon Quest Monsters Caravan Heart. Hopefully, cementing in what we're doing here in the post-game. Our main plan today is to find 4 orbs. I guess I call it the 4-orb adventure, but like, there's like 6 different types of orbs, and we need a bunch of different orbs. We're gonna need a lot more than 4 orbs. We need a few orbs. 4 or more orbs. There's no fewer here. So, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go around, do some orb hunting. I actually might need to do an orb reset. We'll have to see. Forbes, top 50. We'll take a look. We can see on the map what orbs are looking like. Right now we're not holding our orbs. We're holding a purple orb as a reset orb. Ooh, I have some tiny metals put away. I have a lot of tiny metals put away. Oh my goodness. The purple orb we're using as a reset orb. The bank actually has our other orbs so that we're not holding 20 orbs. My plan for today, we're gonna go ahead and check out orb pile, like, you know, get our orbs. We're gonna try and get 4 orbs, and then see, like, what the requirement for a 4-orb dungeon looks like. We also found some creatures last time. Some incredibly strange creatures. Take a look at our wagon. We've got Slalin, the Metal King. We've got Rusty, the Andriel, and then Vedas is the Pimo. Very low stats on leveling, but levels pretty quickly. It has some nice skills looking in the future, so we're looking forward to that. Rusty is looking towards the next swap up, I think. Slalin, I think, is going to stick here for a little longer. I really like the Metal King. But first things first, let's go ahead and do our orb finding. So let's do some orb hunts. Yep. Leaving the base camp here near Orb Temple. Okay, so there is a orb down on the south forest of the starting island. That's like actually just the starting island. There's also an orb over west, very far across from Moonbrook. Okay, let's go. First things first, we can fly up to Caravan. These don't sort in the way that, like, it's fine. This is the best we have for movement right now. It's a little annoying. I'd like it if we had we don't have a good way to... I have 1 Wyvern Wing. Like, that lets us get to the, basically the idea is we have these 4, like, wings that get us out here to the different illusions, and then we have the Wyvern Wing that gets us to Slime Island. Buddy, no thank you. My journey will be full of hardships, indeed. So, heading down here. Let's actually check here. We should be checking towns, remember, because there can be friends in every town after the reset. The world resets every time we do a door, a Traveler's Gate made of orbs. The world will reset, and then, like, that adds more... Okay. That adds more orbs to the world, but it also adds more friends to the world. We haven't found the old man who is willing to fix up our caravan, sadly. I'd love it if we could find him again and, like, get, like, all of our caravans maxed out. I kind of figure that might be, like, a limited resource that we just don't have any more of. So, we'll see. So yeah, let's head south. We're gonna head across the like way here. There's gonna be out here. These are not fights that are worth our time. We're in literally the starting area, so. A sparkling pond. Let it drink. Sweet. Free holy water. That makes this so much easier. So we're crossing here. And then we're going to head over to Moonbrook and head west. And west from Moonbrook will be our, like... What's this place? Oh, this is just really simple. That'll be another orb. We're looking for a yellow orb, I remember. A silver orb might also be acceptable, and I know we have a red orb in the pocket. We'll have to check the next time we have a town, which, well... What do we have there in Del Quondo? Yeah, how's your Wednesdays going? Hope you're all having a good one today. Okay. Still no direct, like, hints about orbs. I'm making a lot of assumptions about orbs, you know? Yeah. You're like a... Actually, hold on, I will restock. Oh, that's good to hear. Okay, nobody new here in the bar. Let's check the mansion. What up? Okay. Alright, nothing new here, no new friends. That's alright. We can head out of here. I guess we can stop by Lewin's home first. Okay. But yeah, so Orbs south of here. So, like, either a dungeon or a place to... I wish I had a little better movement abilities. Like, again, I've been asking for, like, an overworld airship or something for a little while. Alright. Orb detected. Sorry, snappers, we're here for orbs. Let's get moving. Alright. I want a yellow orb. That's our... You know, I'll fight a berserker. I will battle the berserker. Ooh, Vanoss level. Okay. So yeah, as Vanoss is Pimo, Pimo has the stats that aren't terribly great on level, but we know that there's some strong moves in there, so I want to, like, level pretty highly to get access to some of those really cool moves. Alright, hey buddy. I need your orb. I need your orb. Gotta have it. Sorry. Alright, we got the metal attack in here. Okay. Another increase. We'll get rid of this axe. You can see our HP is in a fine spot. We're just not taking any damage. 1470. These have been fairly consistent. They have a little under 2,000 health, and like we're just sort of like bonking their orb out of their hands. Oh right, we found Jesus last time. Powerful mages. They will cast Firebane. We should probably swap around our squad. I want to find another sage. I want to find another metal hunter. I want to see if I can't get that metal cut up from 10 to like 20. Because right now, on Slime Island, we can fight Metal Slime, Metal King, and Gold Slime. But the metal cut only does 10 damage with 2 metal hunters. And that's enough to kill a metal slime for like 10,000 split 3 ways. But it's not enough to kill Metable. Metable needs like a little bit more damage. So like a third hunter there might make that interesting. Or like a high hunter. Alright, Walrus down. What sort of orb do we get today? Obtained. Ooh, that means we can go into 4 orb right away. Okay. So the idea is that 4 orb will be like something unique, is my thought process. I don't know if that's going to be true, but it's the thought. So let's go ahead and fly out to... Baru? Where does Baru's wings take us? Shrine here. That's fine. We can go south from here. I want to get to a city because we need to get somewhere where we can pick up our orbs. So, let's go pick up yellow orbs. Then we'll save. Then we'll open up the 4 orb adventure. So we're going to head down here. There's the town at the south end of this peninsula. Then I'll have a bank, and maybe you'll have a new friend too, who can say. Never sure if I'm going to get away from that fight, because there's a lot of them. Rogue Knight. There's a monster named Barbarous as well as Babaru in the Dragon Quest Monsters 2 remake. Oh. So I did see the discussion about the top-end druid summon in 7 that summons one of the 4 illusions. And that was really interesting to see. We didn't get that far when we were doing our 7 playthrough. Our druid didn't level up fully, so we were summoning our normal friends, not the big ones. Okay, and Moon Peta here, so let's go around. Hey, buddy. So we're gonna go ahead and withdraw. We're gonna withdraw item, and we're gonna go ahead and withdraw 3 yellow orb. Here it is. I guess I'll deposit the purple orb. So what's our orb count then? If I go to withdraw... 3 silver orb, 1 red orb, 2 blue orb, 1 purple orb. And, of course, the 4 yellow. Okay. So that's our orb count right now. Put some of this money away in case things go wrong. Gonna buy a replacement Wyvern Wing before I forget, because we're gonna be using one in just a second. But before we leave, we want to just double check. There's gonna be, yep, here down there. I think we've already been here on this loop, but... Yep, okay. Alright, let's get out of here. This is one of the towns I expect us to have gone to because it's close to Moonbrook and it's close to, like, a lot of things. So, let's go do it. Wyvern Wing. Head in here, let's heal up, let's set up. We'll save after we quick. I'm gonna go change the caravans. Because we're going to be doing deep... We're not going to be doing orb looking, so... The formation change. Let's go, no more metal hunters. I want the mapping. Let's remove everybody to start. So... Up here, you're gonna get Jesus, and behind Jesus is Blanca. And then with Jesus and Blanca... Do I want, like, Islog and... Here we're gonna go... Veteran Knight. Kind of figuring out where I want everyone. I want cook here, and then behind the cook, let's put the High Tamer. Actually, no, we can't have the High Tamer there. We want the second Knight. The chef. Chef is 1. It's like so, and then you can have Vengus. And then High Tamer's 3. Okay. Like so. Chef should be higher up. Chef should be highest up. Like this. So we get defense on 1, defense on 2. Okay. And that's the Caravan. The God Squad. You know? You're not wrong. That... Yeah. Like... We got Jesus, we got the High Cleric, like, the Sage. We got the God Squad out there. Alright. Let's go heal up. Having 2 mages like that gives Jesus access to Blaze Most and Firebolt. So, like, really powerful magic stuff to start off a fight with. Oh, let's drop off the tiny metals, too. Don't forget that. I think we got a couple of those. Might as well make sure they're placed. 25, that's a fourth of the way there. Okay. Now we're gonna actually save. The reason I'm doing an actual save here is because, like, if this ends up being wrong, I want my orbs back, you know? Okay. Alright, let's ride. So we're heading into 4 yellow orb dungeon. Which we know from when we did a 4 orb dungeon before that this will be like a 15 floor, like, long dungeon. So, yellow orb. Yellow orb. Yellow orb. Yellow orb. Yorb. 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 By the power of yellow orb, we make yellow door. Alright. Alright, we're just in Orb Dungeon. What sort of monsters do we have down here? Reasonably powerful cat. Okay. We'll check down first. The fact that the knights don't auto-take their turn at the beginning is sad. They blocked some hits, but not all hits. Like, the Ghost Starfish there did half damage at least. How does that look? 200 experience, okay. Not. Yeah, so like the humans on the Caravan have their stats dependent on like the monster who runs the Caravan. So like the fact that the Caravan they're in might harm them like that. Oh, treasure. Okay. Yeah. Slyo snack. Vanas can have a Slyo snack. Wisdom is only a thing for learning, so that's fine. Alright, north we go. We got a long trip ahead of us. That's why I brought the cook. The cook should make it so that, like, in these long fights, like, Slalin will have enough MP to keep things moving. We got a cut here. We'll fight some brush fish. Yeah, like, so that like, refresh on Slalin is gonna keep us, like, topped off for most of this. Okay. Rush fishes. Fishies. The plural of fish. Don't have anyone over 350 HP anymore. Okay. I like the way we, like, slalom up the cave. Yay! Hey, buddies! Happy to, I always love to see a platypunk. These are powerful punks. Oh. It was right there. Okay. Welcome to Cat Planet. Many cats await us. Oh, it's a good thing we're not attacking. So yeah, my plan is, and this is kind of like the idea for this dungeon is that I want to, you know, like the item name gold coins. The idea in this dungeon is that I'm trying to see what happens when we get 4 of the same orb, and like if that is indeed what we're trying to do. If we are able to confirm that that is, like, our path forward, I think I'm gonna look at doing some orb collecting off-stream just because of the very slow nature of this without the ability to teleport anywhere. Like, we have our wings that let us get places, but we really, like, don't have a good way around the world, which makes orb collecting way slower than I want it to be. And honestly, there's not a lot to it. It's mostly just like we go in a place and fight a boss with 2 buddies that has 1800 health and can't harm us for orb collecting. So I'm not gonna be torn up about it. But I need to know that that's what we're trying to do in the first place first. Otherwise, you know... Otherwise, who knows? So... And if that isn't it, it's also the litmus test for, like, how deep this like, post-game stuff goes. That's also a question. Notoriously, I'm not one who terribly goes into something going in for like 100%, but I don't think I'm here for the bull. That's fine. But this is also a game that not a lot of folks have seen, and I want to, like, see what it has to offer. Clown? It has Clown to offer. I love Bozo showing up down here with, I must be some kind of genius. Double holy water. Love you, Bozo. Yeah, I've also talked about like what we plan on doing for more Wednesdays. Moving on to HD2D1. Oh, yeah. Hello. I'm just always really happy to see a Bibig. So it's not as though we're lacking for things to be doing. Oh, you're right. Not only can Jesus cast Step Guard, we have Tiptoe. This is actually going to be a really short dungeon, now that we say that out loud. Right? Like, we should just be able to walk through it. But yeah, so that's kind of the idea. So I wanted to put that out into the world. I know I have talked about it a couple times, but like, doesn't hurt to bear repeating. Yeah, if we had brought a tamer, we'd be able to know what like sort of friends are on these floors. Right now, it's been a lot of, like, monsters we already know. Bullbird and such. We're taking the right-hand side because it's likely a treasure, but I want to... Nothing. Nothing. I don't know where Blue Dragon's gonna fit into it all. I think there's like the era after we finally get through every Dragon Quest game ever where we have to like touch the Dragon Quest side stuff. And I don't mean like games that are Dragon Quest that are in between games, but like the influenced by Dragon Quest titles. We already did Lost Odyssey over on Vpriz's side if you want to catch that. Basically, it's an excuse to where can I fit Blue Dragon in? After 11? Yeah? What? Don't you make plans for like 3 years out? Come on. That's normal, right? I don't think 11's 3 years out, actually. That's a lie. Playable. Gold. Clown. So, in the different, like, console eras, not a tangent, that's a tangent. In the different console eras, I ended up picking up a 360, specifically because I wanted to play Tales of Vesperia. Like, that was, like, what got me to pick up a 360. But after getting a 360, it's like, okay, well, what other titles am I going to have on this console that are things I want to play? And the Mistwalker RPG games were a pretty direct, like, set of games that I was really interested in. The Blue Dragon Lost Odyssey. Those were titles the 360 was not a console known for its RPGs, like, at all. But it was one that I played a lot of on there, good and bad. When I say bad, I'm more thinking of, I believe the name of the game was Infinite Undiscovery? I think that was the one I played on the 360. That one does not threaten a place on stream at any point, I think. Well, Jesus is making this a lot easier. So is Bozo. How am I getting so many gold coins? It's fine. In ones that do threaten to find their way onto a stream one day, that also brings us to Resonance of Fate. That one does have a PC release that would love to find a spot to play them on. Unlike Lost Odyssey or Blue Dragon, which, yeah, exactly, are like on a 360, right? Like, we went through, when VPriz played it, obviously, that was like doing emulation stuff, and that stuff ain't perfect on... I know, Doc did Blue Dragon in the cosmic sense recently. More gold coins. Why are there so many gold coins in here? Why do I need all gold coins? The gold coins. Capital G, capital C coins. Gold. Here I am thinking about how much Chrono Trigger is a Dragon Quest. Here's the thing. When I talk about games that are influenced by Dragon Quest that I would want to play on the side, Chrono Trigger gets to make the list because Chrono Trigger is like one of the most important video games to exist. But it's also short, and it's also incredible. It has so many things going for it. This Mimic is here. Chrono Trigger, like, shares a different set of DNA with Dragon Quest. Obviously, the fusion that it is, as a video game, like, has it both entering in on multiple trees and then branching off onto a ton of multiple trees. You can realistically knock out Chrono Trigger a 3-day weekend. Yeah, like, it's not like we're, you know, even think about like earlier Dragon Quest titles are not long ones. We took some time on them, but it was like 10 to 12 streams on, like, you know, I think 3 went a little longer than that. And like, obviously now that we're at 6, 7, where we are, these are longer titles, but yeah, Chrono Trigger is also important on that tree. It also fits for the obvious art style reasons, but gameplay reasons also, like, multiple pieces of that puzzle. I've already done Earthbound and Mother 3 as games. Love those ones. Those are extremely off of the tree that is Dragon Quest. I'm carrying the giant comedy needle. Thanks. but it's sets of titles that I want to check out as well, especially because of like their influence on different ways. Honorable mention to literally any RPG Maker. Yo, maybe that's what I do tomorrow. No, I have the Pokemon thing set aside. Unity made like a short RPG Maker game. That is a game that is like a reference to a bunch of RPG Maker titles, and it's like an RPG Maker thing that's like 2 hours long. That might be a silly thing to do on a one-off. But yeah, like any RPG Maker title also basically owes itself to the existence of a Dragon Quest. How deep are we? 13. Goodness. Thank God for Jesus, you know, like we're without Tiptoe and Step Guard, this would be way more annoying, especially with the fights kind of being as nothing as they are. I'm not super interested in like a fight, like when I can just go fight some metal slimes, like fighting a silly bullbird for 70 experience doesn't really cut it. What else is on that tree? So many branches. We've kind of been... I've been going up the main trunk, and that's been like... Playing this has been super interesting. Hell, I mean, when we talk about the branches off of Dragon Quest, and we've kind of talked about this in different directions a number of times. But like Pokemon itself, we're playing a Monsters title. The Monsters titles are like flips on what is done in 5 and 6, and Pokemon exists because of those games. Yo, hello. Alright, what do we got here? We're on 15? We're on 15. Hey, what's cooking? Okay, sure. Mystery dungeons, true. Torneko is the first mystery dungeon game, like literal. Not just like it's easy to see Torneko and be like, oh yeah, that's that like mystery dungeon, like a Sheeran, right? No, Sheeran's after it. Spirit of Earth. I don't like weirdos powered by. Okay. Spirit of Earth sounds... I mean, I guess if we went Yellow Orb, Yellow Earth, 4 orbs. I'll fight. Yo! Okay. Let's talk about Spirit of Earth. I meant specifically Pokemon Mystery Dungeons with the original as well. True. Like, the Pokemon Mystery Dungeons exist because Torneko and Sheeran exist, which exist because Dragon Quest exists. That's how we get Torneko. We get that with the combination of Rogue. The most rogue-like in existence. But Pokemon also being its own branch and then shifting back over with that connection. Anyway, Earth Spirit. I like that the Earth Spirit is made up of bricks. Alright, how much of an ass kicker are you? Like, am I dead? Like, how bad is this gonna be on turn 1? Okay, we get increase. Okay. Okay. Resistant to ice. That was a crit and it didn't kill. We're good. That could have been way worse. Okay, come on. If you're just auto-critting, by the way, the increase doesn't do anything. The unrivaled axe. Okay, Vanass up. Let's get Vanass at max. Oh, we have a major problem in this fight. You could crit kill Slalin from full. I don't like that. And also, you're critting every attack. Let's just use a World Leaf. Okay, you know. Return the favor with a crit. The best way we would have to be able to, like, offset a crit would be, for Barons, right? We'd be able to, like pull the hit off of Slalin. The problem is, the one character we had that effect on was Slalin, and I gave it up, which doesn't help us any. You gotta cut that out. You just have attack and crit. Those are your only moves, huh? At least we got classed with the unrivaled axe. That's good. No point in healing. We just gotta crunch you. I guess no point in healing Slalin. There's a point in healing like Vanass and Rusty if they take a crit, but like right now it's just crunch them. We don't have a seer with us to know, like, what our health total we're going for is. Stop it! I'm gonna try Vivify. Someday this move won't be Vivify and everything will be fine. Please. I don't know what sort of tree we're chopping. We just have to keep chopping. Okay, we don't want Rusty dead. No point in healing Slalin from that. Unrivaled Axe for 300. Put the shield up? I wonder if the shield works on this. It did! The shield actually blocked that. It is worth healing Vanoss, because we can heal Vanoss above, like, a lethal hit. Okay. Just defend, you know? Yes! We can block that. So, like, we can... Oh, boy. Well, that saved Rusty's life, that action. I think it is useful information. If we didn't do that, we would have been killed. So, like, we can once we're at full, Slalin can, like, block to be able to take a hit. Okay. Yeah, like here we get a miss, so now we're on like a top end turn, so I can have Slalin defend so Slalin won't die. And then like jump out to heal Rusty here. It leaves Slalin, like, vulnerable on the non-defending turns, but it lets us be aggressive outside of them. How big of a tree are we cutting down here? Okay. Oh my god. The Earth Spirit only had one move and it was basic attack. 10,000 experience. Rusty, can you level up and make Vivify Revive, please? That's my request. Okay. I mean, that's good. I'll take it. I'm not gonna say no to that. Vanoss 20. Vanoss 21. Remember, Vanoss levels quicker. Vanoss 22. Remember, Vanoss levels quicker. And Slalin 21. Oh, God. Earth Orb. Earth Orb. What is Earth Orb? You know, they did say that there were more orbs beyond the 6 orbs, right? So that was Yellow Orb and Earth Orb. Does that mean we get, like, Red Orb into Fire Orb? Blue Orb into Water Orb? Green Orb into Wind Orb? You found one. Would you like more orb data on orb generation? Yeah, sure. We've proved a possibility of generating an Earth Orb here. Because my guess is we make, there's 6 colored orbs, so we get Earth, Water, Fire, Wind, Light, Dark, right? Like purple and silver, light, dark, and then at least 2. Yeah, because, well, when we did our first one, that was like silver, fire, red, yellow, and that had a boss that gave us 30 wisdom to everything. We got to choose. We could have asked for an orb from them. We could have. It was like we could have asked for, like, knowledge, leveling. Like, we could make a wish, basically. Okay. We've reset the world. We've done an orb dungeon. We've learned that we can make big orbs. Let's go sell some gold coins. So we need more orbs. Set of 4 orbs, at least 2 of which are the same color. I guess the thing is, if we're doing every orb color, we're gonna need 4 of every orb anyway, because we need 24 orbs to open that much of a dungeon. But I guess we can use yellow as wildcard orb now. Okay. We just need more orbs, is the answer to the question. Hey, how much money will you give me for these gold coins I've found a million of? $1,000? Sure. Up. Okay. Well, we need more orbs is the end goal here. Collecting a bunch of them and merging them feels like a very Dragon Quest Monsters thing. That is true. This is definitely a thing on the level. So I spent every one of my leaves and every one of my world dues for that boss. You know? I want to change my squad up, and I want to go try and bonk some metal slimes. So we're gonna... Can I save a formation? I've talked about... I've talked about, like, as we've played this, that this is a game that I think has a lot of room for quality of life, small changes that would do a lot to improve this. Like, the ability to just walk out of the camp and not have to talk to Lewin every time. The ability to have an airship. Things like that. I wish I could save a formation. Like, I'd love to save this as, like, the combat formation, but I don't think I can do that. Alright, let's throw everything away for now. We want the metal slime hunters, is what I want to build. Just for a moment. So that's going to be Wario, 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 and then Metal Hunter, Metal Hunter, and you get I guess we're gonna give you the like seer group here. If we can get more sages, we can get Zoom. God, my kingdom for that. We have the one sage we've ever seen in life. You know, Islog, and Islog does great work. Like, cannot, throw any shade at Islog. Okay, let's do this. This will be our squad. I'm gonna go try to bonk some... We're gonna try and go bonk some metal slimes for a little bit here, because one of the things I want to do is, make a new monster out of either Rusty or Vanoss, but I want, like, them to hit the top end of their skills, and I think that needs a couple more levels. So, the idea is we're gonna head out into the mountains for just a few minutes. Okay. I was like, where are they? God. The mountains have all the metal slimes, but they also have this fight that's a million snails. And we just die to it? Oh, that's really bad. Hopefully Rusty makes it out of this one alive. Rusty's the one with the... Nope, never mind. Okay, well, back to camp. That was quick. Because Rusty's the one with the resurrection, so... That ends that one pretty fast. Alright. Back out there. We don't have a whistle. That's okay. Here we go. This is exactly what we're looking for. I'm sorry. The unrivaled axe hit for how much? 90 damage? That truly is the unrivaled axe. Alright, Vanoss 23. Slalin 22. That's a good one to have behind that, too. Yeah. That's the power of the unrivaled axe, yeah. I will fight this, it's just two. The unrivaled axe will hit for 100 million damage, so... The Snaily is the most dangerous with Snowstorm. Six, 6, 6, 6. Yeah, because it's 10,000 we get 10,000 experience split 3 ways. Which means metal slimes are what we're after out here, because they die to the metal hunters, and give... A normal metal slime is just like 1,000 experience, but the ones out here are higher levels, so... I wanted to outsee the snowstorm, but... I love the unrivaled axe. It hits so hard, and then, yeah, crits are the other thing we're obviously fishing for. I don't need a bunch of full moon grass, it's okay. That stuff doesn't do anything. Don't discard the Earth Orb. I'd be a little tragic if we threw the Earth Orb on the ground. It'd be hard to find in the hills. Sorry, that's not a fight. We can't actually fight it. We can't... killing a gold slime is like 2 crits. We can do it, but I don't think we can do it with that group that also kills us there, because we'll die. We've seen that that party will kill us. Oh no. My gold! Well. This fight terrifies me, just because, like, we have a lot of trouble running from it. It's not quite Shadow Tag slimes, but it feels like Shadow Tag slimes. Here we go. Ah, no, the unrivaled axe. Okay, we did get a metal slime. Like, the unrivaled axe is powerful, but it, you know, has about 10 HP remaining. We're fishing for a crit, and it's gonna take a while for the unrivaled axe to come back around. Alright, Medable. Okay, Medable. Okay, we've made it back around. We just need to stick around one more round, Medable. No! Well... we still got the metal slime. No level from that. Okay, everyone's extremely close to a level, though. Hey, buddies. How you doing? 2 of them sticking around? This line feels illegal. I'm not gonna lie to you. This just feels illegal to read. Defeated the metal slimes, plural. 6 experience. Alright, Rusty 27. Nothing new on Rusty 27, huh? And Slalin 23. Nothing new on any of them. Is Heal Us impossible to learn anywhere, ever? Huh. I think Heal Us is just a move I'm not going to be able to get. I know that Vanoss has a hustle dance somewhere in here. Oh my god, look at how much we need for Rusty level. Rusty is the one I want to swap over because Rusty is at this point where Rusty is not getting levels, but I want Rusty to... Really, I want Revive. I would like to get Revive out of... Oh, we do have Vivify on Slalin. I forgot we had that. I said that Rusty was the only one with it, and I went back into town, but that's not true. No thanks. Help. Help, help, help. But yeah, having a heal all has been doing all the work for us, but having a team heal would help out against, like, some of the enemies we fought that have, like, much more group damage. Like, heal all's really good against the Earth Spirit, hitting you for 300. Not so good against, like, someone hitting everyone for 100 or 150. That gets a little tense. Alright, we'll head back into the caravan when we run out of food. I don't... Okay. That's not the metal. It's fine. $120 HP left. Okay. Had to try. Okay, Infirmost is that much damage. That's really nice to know, by the by. Wasn't certain what that was gonna look like, but seeing, like... Honestly, if I have an AoE that's 180, maybe when we're running into those fights that's like 5 enemies and we can hit Infirmost, that might be enough to actually make that fight real. Just like, if I go Infirmost on this, Firebane on you, and like... Blizzard on you, will that do it? I don't remember how good Blizzard is here. It's got a pretty huge variance to it. We'll love to get that Firebane upgraded to Firebolt as well. That's another on the list of, like, things that would be really nice here. Get a lot of money from this, at least. Well, all 4 of my food. I still don't want to fight them is the thing. Like, I'm not set up for a bunch of snailies. If Jesus was with us, we'd be in a better position there, just because, like, the like, firebolt or snowstorm would be nice there. But yeah, like I said, we're gonna do this until we run out of rations. That's gonna be our limit. Well, what's the unrivaled axe got? $65 from the unrivaled axe. Okay. 340 HP remaining. Oh my god. A rusty crit maybe kills? God, if we get this heart, I'd feel so good. This gold slime wants it. God. I'm gonna just try and see if Rusty's saving power will do it. With the hit rate we have, it's so bad. Oh my god. You know, we got like halfway down. If that was a Metal King. Like, I guess because it's one group we get this. We don't have Hatchet Man as the actual answer to that fight. Like, we're not bringing... The Unrivaled Axe is doing a ton of damage, but, like, we need to bring... I don't think it's in this game called Hatchet Man, but you know what I mean when I say that. Massacre, or whatever it ends up being. Like, the... Maybe it's Slam, maybe it's... Alright, one more fight and then we're heading out. Alright, back to camp. Let's go make our world travels. We obviously want to pick up orbs, but, like, we also want to go pick up, maybe find a sage, maybe find another metal hunter. Those are maybe find another warrior. I don't know. Pieces like that. Quick grandma. Before we leave, double check we have a wing. We do. We've got a wyvern wing, so we're ready to leave. So we have an earth orb. Evil slash. Okay. Yeah. That sounds right. Let's go to Lundarkia. Lundarkia is, the city there is pretty close to the boat. And then we can kind of like wiggle around from there. I should put Jesus in the party because Jesus has tiptoe and that would make this journey quicker. We'll find somebody, we'll tell them no, and then we'll be able to change the party up. That'll be fine. Ooh, tiny metal. You get to change the party up anytime you talk to someone, add someone anyway, so. Pumpkinite. Pumpkinite. Pumpkinites are very funny. I think they're cute. Okay, Big Eye's actually cuter. Okay. Bellboy, what do you got for us? Hi, Panna. We definitely won't abandon you. Anyway. So yeah, we'll add Jesus back in. Let's deposit the Earth Orb. Check the rest of the town, see if there's anybody else here. Okay. I think we have a high cleric. Yeah, we have a high cleric. Clay there. Sorry, Anna. We did find an orb that wasn't one of the 6 normal orbs. Okay. Let's do a quick check. Okay. Moonbrook. You know what? Let's fly over to Moonbrook and pick up some orbs, shall we? It's Kushlami's wing. Right. I'll also be right back myself. Okay. So, let's check out where the orbs are in relative position here. Oh, there's one really close by south, and there's one over by the town. Okay. Oh, right. Nocto Kings are hard to escape from. Let's remember our friends. Here it is. Okay, that's Red Orb, too. So then we head up north to the town. There should be an orb up here as well. Someday I'll take that offer. Okay, where about was it? East Moor. Okay, it's up in that side. Sure. Alright, let's get in this dungeon. Okay. These are... Oh! Oh, a friend! Hello! Prove yourself. Prove yourself! Okay. Foofa, okay. No slouch out here. Okay, the unrivaled axe can take out the metal slime. I should have kept the metal hunters in the party, clearly. I'm sorry, Vana, did you do 55 damage to that metal slime? Dang. You know, we've had like a dozen of these fights so far in Orb dungeons. This is the first one that's had like an interesting texture to it, right? This one is asking questions. Also, yeah, it could be a lucrative fight. There's the crit! Or you have to, like, run Halo Slime out of MP? these are so deadly. They also just, the blizzard is so powerful. Ooh, no. That's very bad. Okay, we woke up on one end. Vnas. $900 health left on that slime. Vnas, are you gonna live? No. Okay. Well, Slallen's up though. Okay, thank goodness. We can start healing. Yep. Okay. Right, we lost the increase. Yeah, they're going to the mat for this orb. Like, let me tell you. Oh, this is terrifying. Let's get Rusty back up. Hopefully, like an unrivaled axe will take out some... We need to heal Slallen soon, too. We can't, though. Oh, the Vnas is going down here because I chose to heal Slallen. No? Oh boy. Okay. Oh. How many times have we taken down a metal slime in this fight? Like 9? Jesus, please. Oh. Thank you, Jesus. I think from here we can just bonk him. It'll be okay. You know, I'm glad one of these fights was real because most of these haven't been for the orbs, right? Most of these fights have been just fait accompli, like nothing, you know? Like they're set in stone. We're just gonna walk in and win, even though they have 2,000 health. They can't harm us. Harm was had here. That's it. I suppose if these are normal leveled, then that like they're not like the juiced ones off the coast, right? I'll take it. Vnas still gets a level out of it. Like that's still great. Okay, blue orb. We knew they were fake metal slimes, so they were taking 100 damage. Hoofa. We got a blue orb. I think that brings us to full blue orbs, so we can use those for the next orb count. Maybe try to do water orb? Okay, let's head up to town before we leave this area, because town might have some friends, obviously. Robster 2? Goodbye, Robster 2, who's hanging out here. Just chilling. We'll miss you. Okay, we don't tiptoe anymore. Alright, so who's here in Moonpeta? Ooh. A fencer. I might be actually interested in a fencer for metal sliming. Oh, but they're just a fencer. I wanted a high fence. Yeah, Roadster 2, I think, is all. I also believe is the overkilling machine. The ones we fought at the bottom of the sea when we were playing 6. Let's quick check. We have 3 blue orb, not 4 blue orb. Okay. Okay. What does this item shop have, by the way? Alright, let's head out. We'll check where the next closest orbs are. There's gonna be the, down there, and then, like, the church will have the one old lady, I think. Oh, a medic? I don't think I need a medic. The problem is that they're very narrow and space is too tight, is the problem, right? Like, medics do status healing, and that's, like, really nice to have on an, like, when you're not using that as actions or space, but the space that spends is really expensive. Let's check first. Oh, there's an orb north and there's an orb east. Sure. Let's go grab our orbs. An orb. And Yarb? Yarb. Yarb? Yarb. Yeah, whatever. Okay. Next orb. Mirror. Okay. Are you gonna copy one of us? Get out of here with Infirmos. That. I love the unrivaled axe just coming in and doing 1 million damage, you know? Massacre is the one I thought I was thinking of as the critter miss. I think Massacre is the one that, like, hits randomly on targeting, too? I think? That's what I remember it as, is the one that hits randomly, but it hits really hard. And so you might just bonk Vanoss on the head, but you also might bonk a gold slime on the head. And, you know. Seriously, I'm in love with the power of the unrivaled axe. The three warriors just join up in, like, you know, the three axes joined up in the air and then come crushing down with unrivaled strength, enough to pierce a metal slime. Massacre's how you beat Mad Knight and Mad Dragon and Dre Wormos. Yeah, like, you've got one person standing. Jesus, no! Oh, wow. Yeah, triangle attack. 10 HP remaining? Okay, well. We'll power through that, I think. Silver Orb. Okay. Silver Orb we can use as wild card then, right? We already went up to Silver Orb. That is literally just over by, huh. We can fly there. Sweet. Right, we were in a dungeon, so we're not tiptoeing. Okay. I need to be on the other side of that. You know what? No, you know what? It's easier to get there from a different way. We're gonna do that. We're gonna go to Caravan. Yeah, Caravan will be right here. We get ambushed by the puppet man in the desert. Let's go buy an orb. That's Blue Orb 4. Alright, we got an, we have a, we now have an orb set to go try out when we get back home. Elfguard, that is probably on the right side of Tantagel. Let's quick fly it to Domity. Domity's in the really, like, you know, obviously far out here location, if there is an orb here. Okay, so we want to go onto the boat then. So we're gonna fly back. Remember to buy a new Wyvern Wing, because we spent a Wyvern Wing. So we're gonna go... Hopefully I left the shop well enough with one merchant for Wyvern Wing purchasing, right? Yeah. Me too. Alright. We're gonna go get on a boat. We're gonna take the boat over to... We're gonna take the boat around for a while. 26. Okay. We're gonna take the boat around for a while, and then once we take the boat around for a while, that'll get us some more orbs. And then we'll come back here, do a little bit more metal slime bonking, and then we'll do the blue orb dungeon. I don't think I'm gonna have to do anything off screen with the way this is going. I think we're fine. Let's go to Moonbrook. This will get us an orb. And then we want to go to... Belladul? Yeah, Belladul. I probably want to go, like, walk down to Belladul, too, just to make sure the town is doing fine. Like, maybe there's a friend there, you know? Okay. Here's another orb. I love the different folks we meet at these camps, by the way. Yeah, I'll buy it for 10/10. Okay, we can treat Yellow Orb as a because we've done Yellow Orb, that can also be a Wild Card Orb. So I think Green Orb is the one we don't have any of right now, right? Like, we're just flat missing Green Orb. I want to go to Lundarka. And then from Lundarka, we go over to Belladul, and then Belladul is where we're going to go wander around. Then we'll go up to Elfgard, and there should be an orb there for us in Elfgard as well. Traveling orb salesman problem? Is that what we're doing? Traveling orbsman? I think that's what's going on here, is we're solving the traveling Belladul. I always call it Belladul. Right. I'm not gonna stop. It's Belladul. Even when I say Belladul, I'm adding an I believe in that. No, it's M-A-M-E-L. I used her in Record Keeper. She had some pretty good moves in Tactics, too. Not that Tactics 2, though. Okay. Bozo wants $1 million for this orb. Okay, red orb is great. Merami, Merazoma, Hyado, Hyadoruku, Mahyado. Those are like spell levels. I think those are just the name, the like spell. God in the orbs. I too have heard. God in the machine. Orb. Machine. Tiptoe makes these a lot better. Without Tiptoe, I'd be a little more annoyed about this, but like traveling without monster encounters. Alright, let's see if there's a buddy here. We're looking for a sage. I'd like to find a merchant up or a metal cutter, metal hunter. Oh! I can also buy the ridiculous golem, but... Alright, let's pull out all our blue orbs. And then let's deposit red orb. That's 3 red orbs. We still don't have green orb. I don't think we've seen green orb. Wild. I suppose it's just random chance, but dang. Let's say we're here early. Like, nobody's off work, you know. Oh, we can stop over north as well and go get an orb. That'll be good. Okay. The reason I want to grab all the orbs that we can is specifically because we want to grab green orb as well, so that we have enough orb for the future. Grab that orb. Let's tiptoe afterward. So you go to Lupgana, you go to Lupgana. So let's go to Lupgana. Lupgana has an orb for us, and Elfgard has an orb for us. Then we can fly back to Slimes, do some slime bonking, and then do some blue orbs. I'm pretty good at blue orbs. Like, I've always, I remember spending time playing the, like, debug mode, just like infinite blue orb in Sonic. Like, I feel pretty good about blue. Hey, Morris. I don't think we need Morris in the caravan, but, like, I'm not gonna say no to you immediately. Goodbye, Morris. She was here for us. Yeah, I always felt pretty good about getting the blue orbs. Check the church, and then we'll head over, grab our orb, head over to Elfgard. It looks like the way these work is that there's one person recruitable in a town. I don't think we've found a point where there's been two people recruitable in a town. It's usually just the one. And so, like, us doing these rounds, like, we want to check every spot once for their orb and their friend. Yeah, the medics we're finding now. We're still getting more caravan levels. That sure is a mechanic. See? The game assures us it's a mechanic. Alright, this one's a cave fight. The hook. Ooh, goody. Sure. I don't think that actually will do anything for us, but, you know. Alright, who's in this cave? That's terrifying. You're terrifying. A rare look at one of these slimes from the side. Crystal slime. I love crystal slime. Okay. We need to kill the unicorns because they know Vivify. We need to kill unicorns because they know Thwack. They have ultimate power over life and death. Alright. Luckily, with that cleared off, also, Slalin takes 0 from Blazemos. That's kind of incredible. Be real. Alright, green orb, green orb, green orb, green orb, green orb, green orb. Green orb. You think this is a normal slime wearing a crystal slime outfit? It was hanging out with its good friends. Oh. I don't, it's fine. Bonus blue orb. Let's heal up. And then let's tiptoe over to Elfguard, grab an orb. And hopefully a friend, and then we'll head over to... Just out of rations, oh no. I can fix that time. Head over to the tool shop. Because I'm not doing as many fights, you can see our money is, like... We're gonna buy some leaves. And I'd like to deposit 1 extra blue orb, please. Alright. So now we can head over to Elfguard, grab our last orb for now. Hey, girl. Barrel. Alright. Let's go to Elfguard. I wonder if tiptoe will work at Elfguard. Might not. Okay. First things first, hopefully there's a friend here we can get to join us in Garai. There's gonna be like the priest and the... Yep. Tell me about castles. Yeah, but nobody in town. Okay. So Elfguard doesn't have someone for us to pick up. That's okay. We are not here for someone to pick up. We're here for an orb. Which is just to the east. Ah, it's a cave orb. Okay. A fierce dragon warrior on a dragon quest, of course. I need to discard this to have room to pick up her orb. Alright, who's that Pokemon? Ooh, hey, hey, buddy. It's Jammerus! Jammer. Cool. Quite useful. I'm never getting over the Unrivaled Axe. It's so good. Alright, I think we can just chase you down at this point. You don't have the power to stick with us here. Especially if you're gonna Blaze Most on Slalin, that doesn't do anything. There we go, Vanoss gets the knockdown. We get some money from that. Alright, green orb, purple orb. Okay, purple orb's acceptable. We haven't done purple orb. We were using them as bonus orb. Alright, let's head back. We're gonna drop off Tiny Metals. We're gonna swap over to the slime bonking squad. We're gonna do a little bit of slime bonking, and then we're gonna go check out Blue Orb Zone. So we have to switch over. Wish we had a third. Okay. Here we go. Now we're unstoppable. But no, I need... It's not gonna work though, right? Because I need to have... Yeah, this isn't gonna work. Because we have to have the attack power from... That's not enough. Let's go with this for now. Golden Sun's another one that's in the Dragon Quest line. You're getting smoked. I'm so sorry, buddy. You're gonna get hit by the unrivaled axe. Yeah, the 20 limit on the camp really makes it hard because we don't have a lot of... Okay, alright. Well... Okay, never mind. Not even a question. We don't have time for that. Rusty, please. What if they cast upper on the slime? Rusty died. Alright. Well, hello. One metal slime. You know, for a second I thought Jesus might be able to pierce, but it's fine. Unrivaled axe for 98. The memory of a metal slime. Memories of slime. Ooh! What was I? I might have wanted to lie there because then that gets us in a fight with a single metal slime or a single gold slime. I don't know that I can, again, we basically need Rusty doing a crit to get a win on a fight like that. But no, like, there's a good, like we've talked about a few of the different tales of Quest. Hell, I'll make the argument that Quest 64 lies in the tail of Quest. The, like, one-on-one nature of combat in that is very much following in a Dragon Quest 1 line. Obviously, the, like, other pieces aren't, but... I'll try? We kind of have to rely on, like, a good aim on the unrivaled axe here. Rusty! Two! That's fine. That's fine. It's fine. 2 whole damage to the king. You know, it bleeds. The king also took the unrivaled axe on the head. We don't know what the king's health is. We know it's more than 70. But the unrivaled axe was real. Stop it. Wish I had a enemy locate. What's the name of it? The dang old, it's a good old, loc enemy for 10,000 zenny. Gotta be about 100, probably. That'd be a number that makes a good sense. Okay. Hey, Slough 24. Oh my god, it's real! Heal us real? Yeah! I don't think I need Zap, Blizzard, and Boom. All three of those are... I actually, like... So Blizzard is the best one I have right now, but Zap should become Thordane. At some point. And Boom should become Explodette, right? I don't think Blizzard will upgrade. I think Blizzard is the final form of Blizzard. Slalin is going to be sticking as Slalin for a little while, so we have more time to level up and get higher things. We could probably drop Boom because we'll have Thordane from this. And then, like, once we have Thordane, I don't think we're going to need Blizzard, but until we have Thordane, Blizzard is more powerful. And then we can drop that. Basically, if I knew we could level quicker, I would get rid of Blizzard. Forgot Boom. Okay, sweet. We finally learned Heal Us. How expensive is Heal Us? 18. 90 to 120. That's higher than I expected that to be. That's good. Alright. Let's keep looking for our metal slime friends. We're gonna get ambushed. Now I'm thinking about Ditto Slime. That ROM hack is so funny. Over the last week or two, Babs has been playing a Pokemon ROM hack called the Celia's Stupid ROM Hack. Has a lot of puzzles and a lot of funny jokes, and has a slime. They only took deep into the post-game for us to get Heal Us. Good move to have. Yeah, it's Celia's. Celia's Stupid ROM Hack. It's very much a, like... You're not building a team as, like, a team. You're building, like, puzzle solutions. Did a tactics one. That's cute. Did not know that. Don't move. Rusty? Rusty saved our life. Ooh, here we are. So can Rusty do more than one damage to a metal slime? There's the metal attack. 2. 2 damage. I think that means we want to save power and try to do a big hit. If we're that close to piercing. Ah! Well, we got the 1 metal slime, it's fine. So from that, we are very close to a level on Chemo. Lower Rusty level 2. The enemy was oblivious. Damn. Alright, let's see what the stored power looks like. What is Rusty's attack? That's a good question. We can't hit. One of the reasons stored power just doesn't work here is because we never hit. Alright, we just have to crit fish over here. Oh god, I'll have this button. This is a pretty awful idea to stick around with 5 of these in here. Because the confetti's hit for 100. I just got bonked by a memory cursor there. Uh-oh. We need to leave. Alright. Let's heal up. And then Wagon, Rusty. 421, stop blazing it. Exactly. That must be the line for the extra damage. Few more fights. Okay, just we don't even get a turn. That's fine. This should be fine. Alright. We need some more metal slime bopping. Let's go ahead. Yeah, if we can find another mage, that'd be sweet to add to the squad there. The Bianca Jesus Power Hour. Maybe we get, like, higher level stuff? I don't know. Blaze Most is obviously the highest you get there, but... Okay. Actually, before we go, we're gonna save in case of problems, right? We were able to beat the Earth Spirit, but I just want to, like, if something goes wrong, I want the ability to not have burned all 4 of our blue orbs, right? So we're gonna save, keep the ability... And then we're gonna go ahead and, just in case. I think we'll be fine, but, like, we don't have the same item quantity as we did before. So, Blue Orb X4. Let's drop him. Oh. Ahem. Dinner. Alright. Now we can jump on in. Time to open up Blue Orb Zone. What orb would you like to place? Blue orb. You have a purple orb in there? Or whatever, it's fine. What orb would you like to place? Blue orb. What orb would you like to place? Those are a lot, not as deep blue. Those are a very light blue. I expected a deeper blue on the blue orb. A slime blue or something, you know? Alright. Blue dungeon. How many bozos we finding? What sort of enemies do we have? Oh, like, I could tiptoe, but we're gonna, like, see what the fights look like. Frozen, sure. What do we have for enemies in here? Aqua slime? That's very cute. Obliterated. Annihilated. Into a pillar of salt. There's like a frozen tower here. It's cute that we get up and down. I mean, slime? Ooh, slime got hands! Yo! Slime walking in here with hands. Oh, there's the crit. $256 exact experience. That's a fun amount. Where's our next? Okay, we have a Vanoss level in a couple fights, so we'll keep doing fights until we hit that Vanoss level thing. Then we can tiptoe from there. Doesn't hurt to get a refund on the rations, I suppose. Furmost. So this should be like a 200 or so. Sorry, confetti. Right, let's check down first, even though... Yeah, I was saying there's like almost no chance that's where it's at. We still gotta check. Because we will feel really silly if that is where they are. This unfortunate truth that confetti is meant to be thrown away. Sad life of slime. You know, climbing these towers and just sort of like going through Dragon Quest dungeons is just a very relaxing thing for me. Like, you know, we get to run into our good friend Slime, we get to have the caravan kind of roll out. It's just, I don't know, it's relaxing. Got step guard. Confetti. It's nice that the chef does such a nice job of keeping Slalin topped off. Oh, thanks, Jesus. I always forget. It's like, oh yeah, of course. All right, sweet. Vanoss 26. What do you got here? Nothing new. All right. Again, Vanoss is meant to be... Vanoss is still meant to be getting up there for more skills. I want the Hustle Dance, I want upgraded Firebane, I want Blaze Most. Doesn't have a lot of wisdom. That might be an issue. I know we've been giving you all the things we can for that, but... Alright. With that... Climb... We've now become... Now our relaxing slime adventure has changed to be the relaxing caravan travels. Slime no longer checking in with us. Hello. We can restock on World Dew. I'll take 2 of those. I know we've got more space, but, like, we do still need to be able to hold 4 orb and, like, you know. Take the long way around even though we know where the stairs are, just in case a treasure is here for us. Also kind of stunned at Tiptoe 100% like hit rate here. It's not like small amounts of enemies, it's none. Speed Seed. Let's give Rusty some more on this. Yeah, I'm glad for it. I don't expect it to be. I don't know. The enemy avoiding skills are one of those things that, like, kind of fall into either this literally is a placebo that doesn't do anything, or, like, literally no encounters like we have here. Oh, but there's still a friend we can find. Even tiptoeing on our, you know, on our toes. Sneaking around. We can still locate a buddy. We can still hit the buddy with the unrivaled axe. I love the unrivaled axe. Mimic 2? Sequel to Mimic? Yeah, sure, some cash. Not the gold coins we kept finding in the last one. Hey, it is clown time. The player. I mean, it's Bozo. They are the player. Okay. I am worried about, like, water fight, but I guess we'll see. If we were able to do, you know, if they, like, throw, we have Heal Us now. That is a pretty sizable upgrade in our arsenal we did not have. Like, it'll give us a lot more reach and a lot more, like, if there is problems with, like, AoE damaging, we'll be able to deal with it. Treasure. More memory bells. Yeah, blah, blah, blah. If our opponent just goes blah, blah, blah tidal wave at us, I forgot we could have that in here. Alright. Okay. Not only do we have to keep ourselves on our toes at the tiptoes, we gotta keep ourselves on our toes of holes. Watch your step. I feel like we have a geomancer, right? Like, we have step guard, we have, like... You know, Jesus obviously has step guard, being able to walk on water. But sadly not on holes. That's not in the arsenal. The unholy wizard, indeed. As we know, exclamation point Gaia is not magic. How tall are we now? 12? Okay. Like, we know this. There's one master of magic who gets to decide what is and isn't magic. The one who gets to make the final decision on is or is not magic. What? Hmm? Yeah? You're only after my heart, aren't you? Okay. I'm going to assume you're not fleeing. I'm just assuming that. I'm assuming with the music, this is a fight you'll be sticking around for. Okay. Oh, okay, all right. Indignation. Okay, so Slalin can heal Rusty, Vanas will live on a defense, and Slalin won't die here. Okay, we do damage. You gotta stop, buddy. Oh, you can't outspeed? Oh, no. Okay. Okay. Please, Unrivaled Axe! Okay! The Unrivaled Axe saves our lives! Vanas is on the floor, but the legendary blade is able to save our lives. Can't believe True himself as the Iron Star of Tales Foundation. And he was Taoist, yeah. Okay. My heart belongs to you. No! What? No! What do you mean? Gave up? There's a thing we have for this. Come on! There's a system. It pops up and it says you want to throw out Snom, right? No heart. Every other time that happens, we get the heart and then we... Well, goodbye, Metal King. We already have the heart of a Metal King with us, but... Alright, let's keep... This is only floor 13. What else do you got for me, dungeon? I don't know. Can the boss do anything more dangerous than Thordane every turn? Is that possible? I don't know if the water spirit could do anything more scary than this ends here every turn. If we didn't have a Metal King. Okay. Ooh, a little buddy. Yeah, I suppose Mad Plant could go to hell. So we have an open slot for the future. We're good here. We have 1,000,000 memory bells. That's okay. All right. Let's have a chat with this. What are those like Bomberman creatures? The little hoppy buddies from like Jetters and some of the other like... That's what the face makes me think of, is the little Bomberman creatures. Oh, Snake. Okay. All right. Let's fight. Ooh, they're like a funny, like, they got big ears and they're being made of water. Okay, they got the water waves. All right, thermostat to start, defense sap increase, and then let's see how bad turn 1 is. Tidal wave. Blizzard, okay, we can deal with Blizzard. I threw out a Mad Heart to make sure we had a slot open. I did do that. Why would I ever think to do that before this? You can't give me shit for that. You're not allowed to. The game has literally never done that in like, the rest of the game. There's a system. Unaffected, okay. How much damage? Let's get these to make a water flowing dress. I'm gonna heal us. How much damage is it? Okay, that was on Slalin, by the way. Okay, so we need to get Increase active as well, pretty heavily. Okay, Defense Sap lands, that's good. I need to try and fit Increase in here. We do have Tsunami, yep. 100, 140, 77, okay. There's a tsunami. If we didn't have heal us, this would be really bad. We still have a lot of health to burn through, I think, though, is going to be the issue. Okay. That should be the last of the defense lowering we need. I probably could have done increase on that turn. Rusty's hitting for 200 now. Oof, God, that... And the Unrivaled Axe comes out for huge damage. But I think we have to burn through, like, 15,000 HP, right? That's the danger here. We don't have a seer, but I think that's about what we're... Okay. I don't like that you're sometimes outspeeding me, but not always. Damn it. I want to know if I'm gonna land my heal before or after. It's really important that it's consistent. I don't care if it's one or the other, but it needs to be one or it needs to be consistently one or the other, or else we don't know when it's like if I'm gonna get double hit or like what's gonna happen. At least while I'm still trying to do this Vivify stuff, we are getting in unrivaled hits. Like we're still bringing damage. Do another increase here. Give Vanoss some defense. So that's maxed out on Slalin. That's gotta be heal all. Yeah, oh god! Okay, that's what... We don't have the defense anymore, so like... Okay. That gives me a moment to pull up an increase again, I think. Tsunami, we're gonna have to heal us after that. I do like that we've been getting, like, we get these tools that are just the thing we need to be able to stand pretty close to when we need it. I'm imagining this fight without heal us, and it's, it looks bad. Here's Tsunami. We've got the MP pool on Slalin for this too, thank goodness. 400 plus MP. So we are able to, like, pay this out. Ooh, everybody's at almost 170 health. Yeah, and it looks like we get the speed, we get the attack about, like, 3/4 of the time we're first in action. Stop dodging. Not 100%. Oh, God, Vanos with the 150. No. Okay, fine. Unrivaled X, Rusty. All right, we gotta swap into Vivify again. Okay, Vanos back up. And so Vanos can't take a physical hit now because we lost the increase, but Vanos can take... We are also at the point where I need to... Slalin, stay alive, item. We don't know how long this fight's going. Like, it might end next turn, but we have to, like, we have to play as though it's going for a while. Thank goodness this isn't like a turn count fight. Oof. Tsunami hits for like 100 to 150, and Slalin takes like half-ish. Thank goodness for the heart of the Metal King being with us, even if we lost one heart of the Metal King. Okay, whew, okay. 9,000 more experience. All right, Slalin 25. And a pile of cash. I wonder if they would bonk me on the orb if my inventory was full. Okay. Well, that's 2 orbs. We've got water orb, we've got also from the water spirit there, we know that we're specifically after water, fire, wind, earth orb. No, we didn't get a heart from that. We're at 29 of 30. We didn't get a heart from the other one either. If I want to get a heart, I have to, like, I assume I would want to bring, like, a tamer instead of my mapper or sage, something like that, if they can drop one. Like, bringing a tamer is the easy way to, like, make that a thing that happens. Okay. Whew, So that's 2, and they have their uses. I'm gonna go to the end first. And we know what we are looking to do. We're looking for green orbs, we're looking for red orbs. And we know how to find them. So... Alright, I think, though, this is probably a good spot with the finishing of our foes there. We can finish up here. And then next week, we'll get our other 2 big orbs. And then we probably open a dungeon with the 4. And go bonk, go free our illusion friends. So... that's gonna be it for today. Thank you all for joining. Hope you're having fun with our post-game orb hunt. It's slow, but it's got its its blood-rushing moments. The bosses here are no joke. Putting us like to the mat. So yeah. Thank you all for joining. You want to catch more? Follow, subscribe. Cool Slime Skulls, Mold Drifters and Mimics will be yours. But if you're just here having a good time, love to have you. As I said in the last couple streams, my plan for tomorrow is a Pokemon Game Boy Color TCG ROM hack. Little Town Hero will be back on the other side. I'll let you know ahead of time when that's coming back. We'll be back. Don't you worry. It's a scheduling thing, not anything to do with the game. So, and then Friday will be back to Slay the Spire. So, thank you all for joining. Have a good night, everybody.